Welcome back to Grown Ups the podcast. Hi Ellie, how are you?
Hey girl. I'm okay, man. First of all, I just want to address the fact that it was actually fantastic weather today, but I'm always cold, hence the hoodie.
I had my jacket on, like on my legs, and my manager was like, "Oh, you bought a blanket in?" I was like, "No, it's just my massive jacket because I'm always cold."
Girl, literally, I was looking at you and I was just thinking how gorgeous you look, how summery, and I was like, look at me in my fucking neutrals, my winter attire. Like, honestly, I need to switch up my wardrobe. Um, Guys, this is a cheeky pre-rec. The date that this comes out will be my birthday,
Oh
which is mental. Yeah, this
shit!
episode will drop on my birthday. I'll be in Wales. Um,
Not
so
your typical tropical holiday that you go on for your
no,
birthday.
to be fair, I'm actually mad excited. Yeah, usually I like to be abroad for my birthday. I mean, COVID aside. Um, but I'm excited because I feel like staycations, you're super well rested. Like I just
Mm.
feel so good. And I don't know why, but I go with Billy. This is so cringe. But I just feel like on a car journey, it's more intimate and like we connect more than we would on a plane journey. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, that's so cute. Yeah, because it's just
So
you guys in the car.
I love a road trip. Like, yeah, I think it's gonna be so nice. And also like on a staycation we can cook together and stuff. It's just cute.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love it. No, I do love a staycation. Well, do I? That's how I
I
feel,
guess
do
like
I?
when you escape to Devon, it's that kind of vibe. Do you know what I mean? Like country vibes.
No, to be fair, that is really nice. Like when I go to Devon, it's like silence. The roads are
Yeah.
beautiful. It's like everything's beautiful. It is a different vibe. So yeah, no, I agree.
You went this weekend, didn't you, darling? How was it?
I did. It was lovely. Oh, it was so nice to see my family after so long. And do you know what I was deep in? Like, it's such a privilege for me to live so close to my family. And I know they're not
Mhm.
close, but
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I'm deep in, they could be in a different continent. Like, a lot of our friends have that. And for me to have access to actually be able to see them and that I have a good relationship with them to be able to do that, it was lovely. However, me being me,
Oh
I
no.
was stressed because I've got this exam coming up at the end of the month, and
Hmm.
I was meant to read three chapters this weekend. Well, not read, but like revise three
Yeah.
chapters. I've read them all. Um, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I read one and a half. One and a half. I did
Progress is
50% of what I was meant
progress.
to do.
At least you did 50%. My mum always said, so long as you get at least 50%, you'll be fine.
Bitch.
I have so many sayings from when I was a child. Um, Darling, you will be fine. I have no doubt. When crunch time comes, you will go for it, and that's all that matters.
Do you know what? It's true. And I was really stressing about it. And then I was messaging my friend Euphrasia, who you met.
Hmm.
And I was like, well, I just realized, like, I don't even know why I'm stressed. Like, I've passed the exam. There's no universe
Yeah,
where I haven't passed the exam. So why am I stressing? Like, regardless, either
you've
way, I'm
passed.
going to pass. So let me enjoy the moment and stop crying about it.
Yeah, darling, I have no doubt you will be absolutely fine. It will be fine, without
Thank
a
you.
doubt.
How was your
You got
bank
this.
holiday?
Yeah, guys, this is a proper prereq. We're currently recording this the day after the bank holiday weekend, the one just gone. Um, my weekend was lovely. It was so restful. We did our first like Instagram run. I don't know what to call it. I keep telling people I've done an Instagram run. What is it
Uh,
called?
I, it's just called a run, though. Like, I don't know.
A
It's
run
called
club.
Run Club. Yeah, yeah, that's it.
Guys, we did our first run club run on Friday and it was like honestly, Maggie had a day
I
and
did.
I'm in my new team and I've got imposter syndrome again, where I'm really slow and I'm at the beginning and it's literally giving me anxiety. I cancelled my workout this morning because I had so much anxiety that I wanted to get to the office early and finish this report.
You're joking.
Sis, when I move teams, I just can't because you're obviously back at the beginning. Like I'm back at the beginning, I'm starting again.
Mm.
Not entirely because I obviously have a lot of like industry knowledge behind me and my writing is a lot better and stuff like that. But this guy said to me, I was like, how long does it take you to do a report? I'm just conscious that I'm going a bit slow. And he was like, if I properly sit there and do it, he was like, a day. It took me 3.5 days. And I said, I was like, bruv,
Yeah, but
The
you're
stress.
new,
The
so it makes
anxiety.
sense.
No, I know. He's actually a partner and he's paid way more per hour than me. So, as he should, do it quicker than me. But it's just been giving me mad anxiety. But I don't know why I went on to that. Anyway, but the run just eased us, guys. We were in such good moods. They had Party Popper, they had Speaker, they had London Bridge. Was it London? No, it wasn't. Tower Bridge. They had the Thames. Wow. Say no
It,
more.
no, Ellie, this is why today I was so heavy on finding us another run club because
Yes,
what it did
sis.
for my mental health. I even hate that. No, I don't hate it, but like it's hilarious that I'm this person because I'm not like back in the day, especially. I wasn't like exercise for your mental health and all of this,
Oh,
but
you're pretty. I am so excited for your mental health. Are you joking? I could write a book about it.
no, I didn't realize how effective it is. Like, and this. Oh my god! Sorry. Also, I've got no nail varnish on. I haven't had no nail varnish on for like years. Anyways, this is how you know. This is how you know I'm busy. When you had time to do my nails. But anyways, first world problems.
Still makes time for the pod.
Yeah, I didn't like that run, and I was literally like to you, Ellie. I just can't believe it. Like, I can't believe how uplifting that run was
Yeah.
and how good I felt after. We were so energized. We were like, we could go clubbing now. Like it was
Yeah.
actually so good. Obviously, running's not for everyone,
Yeah.
but
Mhm.
when you find your thing that makes you feel good, like the endorphins were endorphining for sure.
Yeah, it was fantastic. It was lovely. So yeah, highly recommend, guys. If you want to do one, just do it. Like there were people there with friends, but like there were definitely a few people there by themselves too. So just
Yeah.
go for it. Like if you have no one to go with, go for it. It's the perfect atmosphere to be in. Maggie got stopped a couple times about her lovely jacket that was lighting up. A girl stopped me after and was just like, "Hi, how did you find it?" Like people are super social and so sweet.
They are. They're so nice, and there's obviously that mingling bit at the start if you want to mingle with
Hmm.
people and stuff. It honestly, shout out to Friday Night Lights. Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
Because that was honestly that was exactly what I needed that Friday. Like after that week, I needed that, and this week I'm like, we need to find something because I can feel this week is giving me the same stress that I got last week. So I need the run.
Oh, girl, I'm so with you. That was phenomenal. Honestly, no complaints from me. And then, yeah, the rest of my weekend was lovely. Babysat my niece and nephew, went to a home show, some family time, drank some good wine. Oh, I'm back on
Mm.
my wine.
Which wine are you
Mm-mm-mm.
on these days?
Girl, I'm on white wine. So I was a red
Oh.
wine girl, and now I'm a white wine girl again. Only because you have to go to the real Greek, and I'm not going to pronounce it because I can't pronounce it. Well, I'm going to say it anyway, but I'm not going to pronounce it properly. I think it's called like Macedonius White.
Okay.
The best white wine I've ever tasted in my life. Imagine like crisp water from a fountain in the hills. That's what it was given.
Oh, I need to try that.
Phenomenal with hints of like floral and whatever else was in it. It was just the best wine I've ever tasted in my life. I haven't had anything that good since, but I've had some decent white wines. A
Yeah,
nice
do you know, red wines are like my bag, but white wines, I've never found a white wine that I'm like,
yeah, because most white wines taste like vinegar.
yes,
You need to
literally.
find a good this one. Oh my god. It's sold out everywhere. Literally, me and Billy have been trying to buy it since we tried it in the Real Greek. Sold out everywhere. But then you could go to the Real Greek and buy it for like 30 quid a bottle, but it's like £10 online, so
Yeah, yeah.
um but yeah. No, that's where I'm at currently with life. And then I went seeing as this podcast is about us and it's my birthday.
Yes.
Well, it's not really, but it is. I went to my laser therapy today.
The laser hair removal.
Yeah, I
Oh,
was
yeah.
so nervous because I had the same woman that literally made me cry to Jesus last time.
No, last time, the voice note you sent me, you were like, Maggie.
Guys, I actually called out to Jesus in my laser therapy session. Like, I actually blasphemed. Lord, I'm so sorry. I was literally like, Jesus. It was fine today though, but honestly, the anxiety was anxietying. I was like, oh my God, like, am I going to survive this? Do you know what I did to get me through?
What?
I'm actually in my like Zen girl era. I'm reading a book about hypersensitive people, which is what I am because I'm mad emotional in it,
Mm.
and I'm also trying to like remove myself. Do you know how Lucy basically said to us, guys, if you haven't watched that episode, watch it. She said to us, she was like, when she meditates, she just removes herself from the situation and looks at a situation as it is, not how she feels in the moment. That's
Mm-hmm.
what my book's been telling me to do. So I just removed myself and I was like, this is this the saying that it says you should say is this too shall pass. So I'm there in my but sorry, this is getting me through my week and my stress, but I'm there in my laser therapy like this too shall pass, this too shall pass, this is temporary, this is temporary. Just enjoy the pain, enjoy the pain.
No, but it's actually
Yeah.
like it's actually for things as simple as that, like a laser, which it is that deep, but it's not that deep in the grand
Yeah.
scheme of things. But then also to massive life things, like
Mm-hmm.
in Brazil we have a saying, it's tudo passa, which is literally like everything passes.
Yeah.
Everything passes. Good times pass, bad times pass. You're never gonna ever be stuck in one situation for the rest of your life. Like
Mm-mm.
everything passes. And so let it be. I need to think that more because, boy, the way I'm stressing these days is not even a joke.
It's actually, honestly, I was on the train today on my way home, really stressed, just about like, obviously, I'm loving my new team. I know I made the right decision, but I'm just stressed about like my abilities and getting better. I always want to be the best.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
We're the same.
yeah. And I'm just there like, Ellie, remove yourself from the situation. Is it that deep that it took you 3.5 days? And I'm like, no, it's not that deep. It's not that deep. And I just have to keep going around in my head until it sticks. But yeah, man, that's been me so far. Whistle, whistle, stop tour. My brain is very scattered. Um, yeah, fucking hell. Have you got any more updates, darling?
Do you know what? At work, do you remember I told you the light's gone out? It's fine. Um, I told you that there was like a few Fridays ago. Um, basically, I didn't lead on something that I should have led on, and
Yes.
I had my intuition was telling me like this is wrong, it's not quite right, but I submitted it anyways because I was like, well, this person's done all the work for it.
Mm-hmm.
It came back to bite me in the ass today
Oh no.
because the client responded and basically like was questioning us on it, and like and all of this, and I was like, lord. And basically I spoke to, because I was in the office with my manager, literally witnessed my manager unfuck something that was absolutely fucked. And it was so interesting to see like how she problem solved in that scenario and how she like adapted to make sure that the client was still happy. And she really showed me like that's a skill that I don't have, is
Hmm.
being it, because I haven't, I mean, no, I haven't really had to problem solve in my role at all. And if I want to like be a leader one day, I'm going to have to do a lot of problem solving. So it was so interesting to witness someone do that. And it's just like what you said about being paid in experience right now,
Mm-hmm.
instead of like, you may not have like the six-figure salary yet and all of this, but are you actually learning at work, whether it's through the people that you're witnessing and seeing what they're doing or the actual task that you're doing? It's just such an interesting time to to be alive. But just
I
it's
love
such an,
that for you.
yeah, it's just it's such an interesting time in our careers right now that we have the pleasure of actually being able to witness and learn. Because at some point, I mean, I feel like you're always going to learn, but at some point,
Mm-hmm.
people are going to look to you for the answers, and you have the
Yeah.
final say, actually, and that's scary.
Honestly, I keep telling myself I need to live in the bloody goddamn moment. Because when I was a grad, I was stressed, bruv. I was like, I need to become a surveyor. I'm stressed. I need to work really hard. Now I'm a surveyor. I'm like, bruv, you were just a grad. Why did you
Mm,
care? You should have been enjoying the freedom and the fact that you had no responsibilities other than passing to become chartered.
yeah.
And now I'm a surveyor. I'm like stressed. I'm like, I need to be a senior surveyor. Like, I'm constantly looking to the next thing. And I'm like, honey, just enjoy it. Like,
Enjoy it, heavy on it, but it's hard. But it's like that, it's a reminder to actually enjoy the process. And obviously we're in really privileged situations because we actually like our job. So
now I do.
you guys have
Now that I've moved.
yeah, yeah. you guys may be listening like, oh my gosh, like you man keep saying that you've got like anxiety and you're stressed and all of this. It's all, I would like to label it as positive stress. Like it's all good
Hmm.
stress. It's not like I'm being bullied at work or like anything like that.
Mhm.
And so it's important to remember to enjoy the moment and that we're lucky to be able to have these moments where we're learning and there's so much learning going on.
Yeah, without a doubt. I fully agree with you. I realized, guys, there needs to be an episode. Maybe next episode is our last episode. This is our penultimate episode of the season.
Oh shit, yeah.
But there needs to be an episode where I just open up and delve into like finding the right career for you. Because guys, that team I was just in, yeah, the mental breakdowns were breakdowning. Like,
The tears were tearing.
yeah, bruv, it was intense. So if I can offer any wisdom on just doing what's best for you and not caring what other people think, then I will share that.
Yes, please do.
Yeah, but on that note, I feel like our cheeky life updates are done. We hope you enjoyed them. Talking about spots and laser therapy. Um, but shall we jump in this week's episode of being a dumb bitch?
Yes, what do we have?
Okay. It says, "This is a terrible story. I honestly feel so bad, but for the sake of the pod, I'll keep it short and sweet." Oh, that's fucking terrible. A colleague passed away. Have you read it?
No,
Yeah.
I haven't. Sorry.
It's actually bad. Okay. A colleague passed away over the. I feel so emotional. Like, this is not the kind of thing that I need to be reading right now. Like, this has been a week and a half already. A colleague passed away over the weekend. She was terminally ill, so it was not unexpected. For context, I liked her. She was a lovely woman who dedicated her life to her career, but I was not super close to her. At the end of the following week, a client asked how my week was. In all fairness, I was productive and had a great week, so I responded with that. That's fucking terrible.
Oh no.
It wasn't until his face dropped I realised I'd forgotten about my dead colleague. I'm sorry, I'm laughing. This is so inappropriate, but I'm laughing because I'm just that shocked.
Yeah.
I had realised I'd forgotten about my dead colleague. I quickly finished it off by saying, "Oh, but you know, it's still terrible what happened. It doesn't feel real, etc., etc." Super damn awkward, and I really felt like a dumb bitch.
Oh god. This is terrible. This is terrible.
That shows you that you're just a number. Firstly, so
Yeah.
don't stress, just enjoy life. But also, like, if you're not, people come, people go. It's fucking awful. Like, it's so sad. But if you're not super close to a colleague, then it's probably not going to affect your life that much.
No, exactly. I think you'll deep that it's sad that a person has passed and that a life has been lost, but if you weren't close to them, it's hard to, yeah, I don't know, it's really difficult.
Yeah, and especially if you didn't see them every day. Because then it's like, oh, they're just not in the office today.
Yeah. I can't remember if I told this story. Have I told the car crash story?
No, I don't think you have.
This is terrible because it's actually really sad, but it was a situation like this where I was at work. This was one of like my summer jobs. It wasn't like a serious job. Um, and one of the staff passed away, and we were told it was a oh, well, I need to tell it right because I need to tell it as I found out the information. Otherwise, it's like, okay, basically, she'd passed away, and I was told that it was through suicide, which is horrible, like
Yeah.
absolutely terrible circumstances. Again, I didn't really know her either, but it was really sad, and like we had like a whole moment about it with all the staff and stuff like that. And then as I'm like, this is hours later, whatever, we're in the staff room, and I think I nearly bump into a guy that like is walking towards me, and I'm like, oh, car crash. And it was so awkward because the family had been telling people that the person passed away in a car crash because they didn't want to admit that it was suicide.
I
But
never knew that.
yeah, I think for religious reasons because suicide is a sin, in under a religion, um, and obviously in my head I've got it's suicide, so I didn't connect two and two, and it was
Yeah.
so awkward. Everyone was literally like the day of it, Ellie, terrible, honestly,
Awful.
terrible, like absolutely terrible. So I fully empathize with this person because it can be so awkward, and I think death is awkward anyways, especially when
Mm.
it's not someone close to you. You don't know how to deal with it, but you just yeah, it's happened. Shake it off, move on.
Yeah, you slightly saved it at the end. Um, but boy, yeah, death is definitely not a topic I like to delve into. It's just so fucking sad.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
yeah, horrid. Okay, into our dilemma. What have they got for us? Hopefully this one's a bit more bloody upbeat.
Yeah.
Keep sending your
Okay.
stories in though, guys. Do more gloom. We love to hear them.
Girls, live dilemma here. I just had a meeting with a colleague and she hates our manager. I'm literally in love with my manager, so it was so awkward. The girl had literal tears in her eyes. I know my manager defo has her favourites, and if you're on her wrong side, it's peak, but I do not know the ins and outs. I do know that my manager has landed some amazing clients and huge projects, so I actually think she's good at relationship management. What do? I don't want to be stuck in the middle.
First of all, bruv, why is your colleague? I hate it when people feel comfy telling me shit. Like,
Don't tell me shit.
do I
I
look
don't
like
want
I
to
want to
know.
know? No. Sometimes people just don't get the message. Like, do you know when someone's trying to chat to you at your desk and you're literally like looking at your desk and ignoring them? It's that kind of vibe. Like, I
Yeah,
clearly don't want to know. I don't want to hear this. Can you just. That's so awkward.
it's
But I'm not gonna
so
lie, your manager's more
awkward.
important than your colleague. Your manager's securing your job, so keep your mouth shut. Don't
And
engage.
listen, hear no evil, see no evil, talk no evil. In my opinion, like
I agree.
I, I, I feel like I'm. This happens to me at work as well, and it also happens to me within my family.
Mhm.
Like when I went to Brazil, everyone was just spilling the tea to me, and I'm like, that one I didn't mind because I'm like, yeah, oh, yeah, keep telling me, I don't mind. But like at work, it's putting you in such a compromising situation. Like, please, unless I've opened up to you and then we've created a safe space,
Yeah.
please don't open up to me because I don't want to hear it. And now I have
Especially
no one to gossip about it to because I can't tell anyone.
Yeah, especially not about manager. Like, unless you know that manager, like everyone has the same opinion on them, they
Yeah,
clearly are just a terrible person, then cool. But when it's controversial and you're just not sure, bruv, don't open your mouth.
keep
That's
it
techie. The
closed.
fact that she had tears, or he, I don't even know, was it he or she? The fact that they had tears in their eyes, though, is so sad.
I know.
Like, that's actually peak. The
No,
fact that
no
it's come
one.
to that point for them.
Yeah, no one deserves to get bullied at work. And like, I guess oh no, it is sad because if you were being bullied at work, you'd want to be able to tell your colleague about it.
No, I wouldn't.
Wouldn't you? Who would you, but it didn't, wouldn't you want to talk to someone about it?
I'm trying to think, like, I definitely have engaged in a little bit of gossip here and there with my colleagues, but never like gossip. It's only like bantery gossip where I'm like, oh my God, no, do you know they did this? Can you believe this? Not like, oh my God, I'm so upset. They've broken my heart. That for me, I reserve for family. Like my true emotions, my deep, deep feelings, I would
Mm.
never share with a colleague at work. I just think that's not appropriate.
Do you know what? It's so I completely agree. I actually had a situation today where, because I was talking about the running club,
Mhm.
and one of the girls were like, "Rah!" No, sorry, she did not say "rah." She was like, "Oh, Maggie, are you really getting into your running?" And I was about to say, "Yeah, because I'm really anxious these days." And then I was like, "No, because they're just going to ask me why. And I don't want to delve into why I'm feeling so under pressure at work because of this new role and all of this." And I was like, "No, actually, I'm." And I literally, like, I was frozen. I was like, "Well, I can't tell her what's actually going on." So I was like, I'm just trying out new exercises.
That is so funny.
But yeah, I'm heavy on not sharing like my actual personal stuff at work. I'm just not doing it.
Yeah, I'll say like little bits and pieces like a joke. Like obviously it's not a joke, but do you know how like I'll be like, oh my God, I'm mad anxious. Obviously I know I don't have anxiety, I just feel a bit under pressure.
Yeah.
I'll say stuff like that, like don't talk to me, I'm super stressed.
Yeah.
But only to my junior colleagues. But I just think the deep, deep stuff, it's just don't share it at work because you just can't trust people. You
You
never know where that
can't.
will end up. And
I
people love to
know.
like dramatize things in their head. They love to make it a big deal. It will go from A to B to C, and it will just, yeah, get worse and worse and worse. Keep it to yourself.
I will say though, I feel like I don't know, like we're in again lucky positions where we have people to talk to outside of work, but
Yeah.
maybe some people don't. Like for some people, their work colleagues is their community. Like maybe they've just moved to London or something and they don't really know people, so they're trusting their colleagues. So I do understand where it can get sticky, but for me, it ain't happening.
Yeah, it's techie, man. I just don't trust people.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't. I don't like, oh, if they're in that situation, if they're in your team or your wider company, maybe if you've moved firms and you're telling someone from an old firm, cool, because they're just like friends now. But otherwise, don't do it.
Yeah, it's awkward.
Yeah, we really didn't give advice on telling them what to do now that they know. We really gave advice on
Oh,
not telling.
we didn't. We were like, shouldn't have told you in the first place.
Yeah. But no, I'm not acting. Don't act. Keep it to yourself. Pretend you never heard. Don't share anything about your manager with this person.
Completely agree.
Yeah. Keep it to yourself. Into our news story of the week, guys. It's all about the tech. It's all about the AI. It's all about the future. This is where we're going with this. So, this article was titled Children should start using AI at 6 years old so they don't become the lost generation of workers, expert recommends.
Oh,
This to me is wild. 6 years old is so young.
so
Even,
young.
guys, when we were running on Friday, yeah, don't get me wrong. I was filming for the TikTok because we wanted to share it with you guys. But it made me so sad how many people were on their phones.
Mm.
Like, obviously we took a couple of videos here and there, but we also took like just time to look at the Thames is actually beautiful, by the way. Like when you look at the bridges, the infrastructure in London, it's actually beautiful. It made me
It's
brown and foggy,
gorgeous.
but
No, it's gorgeous. I actually deeped it today where I was going to a conference this morning and it was such a hassle getting there because, again, strikes.
mm.
I will cuss out TFL till the day I die. But as soon as I got into London, like actual central London, I was walking around and I was like, gorgeous. Like,
Yeah.
I love London. It's such a gorgeous city. It's just the area that I happen to live in is a shithole.
No, I hear you, girl. Yeah, parts of London are actually stunning. Like I don't appreciate it enough. But it makes me sad that the future is our heads in our phones.
Hmm.
It's just so sad. Like, are people going to look up anymore? It's just yeah,
Yeah.
it's really sad. But it says to keep children from becoming the lost generation of workers with the wrong skills for a post AI world, an expert has recommended that parents teach them to use AI at the age of 6. The expert said most young children at school today will do jobs that do not yet exist. The World Economic Forum themselves estimated about 65% of kids entering primary school today will end up working in new jobs, basically jobs that don't currently exist. Office jobs as a whole won't be redundant, but they will be more about entrepreneurship, communication, and directing teams and AIs to achieve tasks than repetitive completion of tasks themselves, rather than I think that was meant to say.
Yeah.
I was like, this is definitely copy and pasted from an article. This is wild to me.
Hmm.
Like I've tried to use AI a little bit. My company have their own like chat GTP to keep our data safe.
Mad. Okay.
And I've tried to increase my use of it to speed up my work, especially now I've moved teams and a lot of the work I do is repetitive.
Yeah.
So like if I'm trying to describe the location of a place, I'll just type it into AI, like describe the location based on this extract. But I don't find it that good. I don't like the way it writes.
I used it for the first time last week. I had never used AI at all. And I
Yeah.
was like, do you know, I have to, because in my new role, I have to read so many documents. I'm like, summarize
Yeah.
this document. And the summary was not that good. And I was like,
Yeah.
first of all, you didn't even get all the points that you needed to get. And I just don't trust it. Like it wasn't that good for me either.
No, I'm not a fan. Some people rave about it. Me personally, yeah, don't love it.
I
I've got
think
trust
it's like,
issues.
yeah. I think it's okay if it's like, oh, um, rephrase this sentence or something. Maybe like simple things
Yeah.
it can do quite well, but like, but I don't need that. I don't know. I also don't want to like lose my brain
Hmm.
because I was like, so I'm trying to write a LinkedIn post a week. Yeah,
Oh, I love that. Well done.
yeah, it's a nightmare. Um,
It's a lot.
yeah, because apparently, like, you get into the top 1% of LinkedIn users by just posting once a week, and also I'm just trying to build my network around my industry. Anyways,
Yeah, do it. That's great.
I was going to say some weeks. No, every week is so hard for me to write something. Like, I really struggle. And I was like, should I use some AI here? And I was like, no, I want to use my brain. Like, I don't want to lose the use and the creativity of my brain to AI.
Hmm. Girl, do you know what? I used to think I was sick at writing. I haven't used that word in years. That felt weird. But like, I used to think I was so good at writing. And lately, yeah, I honestly just cannot write for Britain. Like, I cannot write. My brain just goes, pew, closed,
But I
do not
think
disturb.
that's because of like the rise of us using our phones all the time. We've
Mm.
become less creative and like we're seeing so much content all the time. We're processing so much that your brain can't even think of a thought to
Yeah.
put on a page. Like I don't want AI to make that worse.
No, I am so with you. I think for as long as we can, yeah, let's keep our brains active, boys. Boys? Boy.
Boys.
Only boys. Women are going back to the kitchen. Um, fucking hell, man.
Yes.
It's honestly only Tuesday for us guys when we're recording this, but it's been one of those weeks. Um, yeah, and literally it was a bank holiday weekend, so it's basically Monday, and I'm
Yeah.
already falling off pace. Um, but yeah, at the moment, I'm not a fan of AI. But this did
Me
inspire
neither.
our poll. And we basically asked people whether they think AI will ever replace their job. And the answers were yes, I'm replaceable, peak times, or nope, I'll always be needed. What do you think people said?
I would think most people would think that their jobs are replaceable. Who, unless all our followers are like doctors.
I don't know, because I don't think my job is. I think every job to a certain extent will still need a human overseeing it.
Okay, yes, but you could get AI to survey a home based on the metrics, and you just need someone to check over it. So you still need a person, but you just need
Mm,
someone to check over. So you instead of having a workforce of 10, you now have four, for example, because AI is doing a lot of the backlog, is writing the reports, and you just need to check it. With my industry, for example, they can screen the bonds to say if they're green or not and like write the reports on sustainability, but they'll probably need people there to make sure that it's operating correctly.
yeah, I hear you. I think I'd say nope. I'm always needed. Um, and surprisingly, 70% of people said no. I'm always going to be needed.
Y'all are delusional.
Y'all are cocky, confident. And then only 30% said yes, I'm replaceable.
Okay.
But yeah, and then people just sent in like a couple comments. People were basically saying they either love AI or they hate AI. They're worried about the future, like exactly what we've been talking about, basically corrupting our brains. Um, I don't know. I really don't. I don't see where this goes. Like, I think it will take a long, long time for AI to start replacing us. Am I delusional?
Yeah.
Do you think so?
I think
But do you
so.
know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to use. I know Chat GPT and whatever is a small element of AI, but like that shit is just so B Tech.
It
Personally,
is. But the problem with it is, and there's actually a really good podcast um, episode that you should listen to on
hmm,
AI, on Diary of a CEO. Um, And the problem with it is that it's just learning. It's a machine learning process, right? But it
yeah,
learns very quickly. The more people use AI, the more it will. It's like, think about your algorithm, how good it
mm,
gets, how much better it's gotten recently, and why people are so addicted to their phones because the algorithm is so good, because the AI is learning what you want. the adverts that come up on your phone and all of these things that pop up, the news that you receive on your phone, that's all AI learning your personality and learning what you like to consume. It learns very quickly. So right now it seems super B-Tech, but in a couple of years, it's just going to keep increasing and it's going to become more intelligent. And that's why I think it's going to happen a lot faster than we perceive it based on the standard that it's at now.
Yeah, I do hear what you're saying. I don't know, maybe I'm just being naive. I'm thinking about all the steps to my job and like a robot doing that. I have trust issues. I'm like, it won't do it properly.
100%. Look, I'm not worried about my job in the sense that I'm not going to be at this job forever. So
Mm.
like I'm not worried about that. But I do think that, like that article was saying, a lot of new jobs are going to come out of it that we don't foresee. But I don't agree with that article in saying, oh, kids should learn AI. Let kids be kids, man.
Yeah, brother, I'm with you. It's actually so sad. Although schools are trying to implement like more outside play and stuff, because I know my sisters in the schools they work in, they have stuff called forest play, where they go
Oh, that's so
like,
cute.
yeah, they'll take them to like the park and they'll do stuff in the park, like building or just learning outside and stuff like that.
Mm.
Which I think is mad important. Um, but yeah, who knows where the future will take us? I even thought though, I went shopping the other day into Zara. Love Zara. And like 5 years ago, or however long, when like self checkouts became more prominent. I remember the first time I walked into a shop and they had a self checkout, not like a Tesco, but like a clothing store. And you could unpin the clothes and you just drop the item in the little thing and it tells you what you've got.
Yeah.
Like that was next level to me. And now most shops have them and they're getting rid of their tills. Like McDonald's, again, another one got rid of their tills. It does
Yeah.
happen without you even realizing it's happening.
Yeah,
And then you're like, well,
exactly.
shit. And when you think of all of the things online, like all of the insurance companies, the banks, you can't even speak to a human anymore. It's so annoying.
I hate that. That's probably my least favorite thing. It's so annoying.
Yeah, which again proves my point. AI is B-Tech. I'm not a fan. I've actually decided I'm not a fan.
I think there's always going to be a place for people, 100%.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah. Okay. Well, on that note, thank you so much for listening. I hope you're enjoying the season so far. Do not hesitate to message us on Instagram or email us at grownupsthepodcast@gmail.com.
Yep.
See you next week for the last episode.
See you guys.